So data, okay? Again, array. The objectives are to define an array, declare an array, and refer to individual element. The second one is to know the different types of array. Okay, let's know about the array. So an array is a fixed size sequential collection of elements of the same data type that share a common name. It is simply a group of data types. An array is a derived data type. An array is used to represent a list of number or a list of names. Okay? And again, the example of an array. Okay? So we have the element at index. So element, it can be random, but it has only one data type. So if we declare again in integer, then the whole element, okay, are integer. So under the elements are the what we call subscript or the index. Okay, the array size or the length. The array size of this one is 5. So let's say integer. Now integer, then let's say array sample or r sum equals the index. So yung index natin dito is or subscript natin is 5. Okay? So ito yung magiging process niyan. So kung 5, let's say 1, 5, 4, 2, and 3. Okay? So ito yung bit sa loob, yung element sa loob ng blocks. Ito yung blocks yan, blocks. Okay, blocks. Pero sa loob niyan, element ang tawag. So declaring array variables. Okay? So data type, array name, then index. So example of that is int list, then 10. Character name 15, then float val is 20. So for data type, creating an arrays, data type, array name, size. So as you can see, we have the data type, the array name, then the size. So references, the first element in the array is 0, then the last element will be 9. Okay? For the length of arrays, once an array is created, its size is fixed. It cannot be changed. For example, integer r, so nag-process na siya, then i-change mo into 11, hindi. Okay? Pag once na sobrahan yung sa element, okay, let's say ano siya, nag-loop. Same as looping, kapag once na nag-fall siya, terminate program or end program. So same lang din dito. So you cannot insert any number to our 11 location because it is not initialized. So there are types of array. Yung pinakita ko kanina, it's a one-dimensional array. It's an example of one-dimensional array. Okay? So let's start with one-dimensional array. A variable which represents the list of items using only one index or subscript is called one-dimensional array. So example, if we want to represent a set of 5 numbers, say 11, 2, 19, 10, and 28 by an array variable number, then the number declared as follows. Okay? So as an example of that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So for the element, we have for the index 1, 2, 3, and 5. 4 rather. Okay? So dito is yung laman ng yung element natin mismo, we have 11. Okay, as declared dito magkasunod-sunod na yan 2, 19, then 10, then 28. Okay, this one is what we call the one-dimensional. So for ito. So one-dimensional arrays, the computer store this number as shown below. So we have number 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pero pag kinount mo yan again, 5 yan. Okay? Yung index natin is 5. So inside each element or each block, so we have 11 for 0, 2 for 1, 19 for 2, 10 for 3, and 28 for 4. Okay, index. Okay? Pero yung size ng array natin is 5. So for the one-dimensional array, declaration of one-dimensional arrays, the general form of array declaration is type, array name, then size. So here, the type specifies the data type of elements contained in the array, such as integer, float, or character. And the size indicates the maximum number of elements that can be stored inside the array. The size should be either a numeric or constant or symbolic constant. Again, you cannot combine character with integer. Okay? If you declare the integer type, then it's in integer type. Okay? So we have here the next one, the next array type. Okay? A variable or two-dimensional array. A variable which represents the list of items using index subscript is called two-dimensional array. In two-dimensional array, the data is stored in rows and columns format. So if we have here 2 and 3, then the ito yung ito yung itsura ng ating okay, so 2 okay. Ito kasi yung row, ito yung column. Okay? Row and column. So, 2, 3. So, we have 2 and 3. Okay? 2 and 3. So, 1 for the column, then row this one. Ma'am, pwede bang column to tas row ito? Hindi. Ganito talaga yung structure niya. So, again, 2 is for the row, and 3 is for the column. So for two-dimensional array, declaration of two-dimensional arrays, the general form of two-dimensional array declaration is, we have the type, data type again, it's either integer, character, float, okay, or string. Pero ang ano talaga dyan, character. So array name, then we have the row size and column size. Okay? Here, the type specifies the data type of elements contained in the array, such as integer, float, or character. Okay? The size should be either numeric constant or symbolic constant. And lastly, for the multi-dimensional arrays, a variable which represents the list of items using more than 2 index subscript is called multi-dimensional array. So the general form of multi-dimensional array is, so we have the type array name, we have the subscript 1, subscript 2, subscript 3, and so on.